Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel At Home with Chelle. So in today's video I will be showing you how to make 6 healthy meals. So this video is a follow-up to a video that I made last week, which was a grocery haul and meal ideas, where I showed you all of the ingredients that you would need to make the dinners that I'm making today. If you haven't seen that one yet, then I will link that down below for you if you want to watch that one first. And then today I will actually be showing you how to make the meals. So we've had these 6 healthy meals over the last week and I've been filming them to show you exactly how to make them. And most of them are super easy to make because I haven't got loads of time in the evening. So I do hope that you enjoy this video. If you are new to my channel, then hi, my name is Michelle. I upload quite a lot of foodie content over here, so I would love for you to subscribe if you enjoy this kind of thing. All these 6 meals that I'm making are healthy dinners. They are all low in calories and most of them are also sin-free if you're following Slimming World. Monday night we had a chicken stir fry, which was 512 calories per person and only 1 sin. Most of the dinners that I am mentioning will serve 4 people too. This was a super easy meal to make. I really love stir fries as it's a really good way of using up any veg that you've got lying around. And what I find even easier is buying the vegetable stir fry packs that you can just throw in as well. Spray a frying pan with fry light and add 3 sliced chicken breasts, season with salt and pepper and fry for around 3 minutes. Add a pack of stir-fry vegetables and a crushed garlic clove and then fry for another couple of minutes. Then meanwhile you want to cook 4 nests of noodles in water for 5 minutes. In a cup mix together 2 teaspoons of red wine vinegar, half a teaspoon of chili flakes, 1 teaspoon of honey, 4 teaspoons of soy sauce, and lastly 100 ml of stock made from 1 teaspoon of bouillon or a stock cube. Pour the sauce over the vegetables and heat through for a couple of minutes. Then serve on top of the noodles. Tuesday I knew I would be back late, so I wanted a super easy dinner, and there was only 2 of us Tuesday night as well, so we had omelette and homemade chips. Now if you try one thing out of all the things that I'm mentioning, it is these Slimming World chips because they are super easy to make, completely sin-free and taste absolutely amazing. This meal came in at 546 calories and was sin-free following Slimming World. Peel and cut around 400 grams of potatoes and cut into chip shapes. You then want to boil them in boiling water for around 4 to 5 minutes. Strain and then place on a baking tray, just spritzing with a little bit of oil, seasoning with salt and pepper, and then bake in a preheated oven at 200 degrees for around 30 minutes. Once the chips are nearly done, it's time to get your omelette ready. Now the thing I love most about an omelette is that you can literally put whatever you want in it. So today I'm going to fry some bacon medallions, add a couple of mushrooms, and then add 3 whisked eggs with 30 grams of grated cheese. Fry it for a couple of minutes on each side and then flip over. These chips are absolutely delicious with an omelette, and I just serve with a simple salad. Wednesday night we had prawn jambalaya, which is one of my favourite dishes to make because it's all made within one pan, so it also saves on the washing up. It hardly requires any ingredients and is also quite quick to make. This meal comes in at only 493 calories per serving, and again is completely sin-free. First thing you want to do is put a frying pan on a medium to high heat and then just spray some oil in there. Then you want to just cut up 3 mixed peppers, so I've just got orange, yellow and red, and then you want to fry them for around 5 minutes until soft. So after around 5 minutes, when you've added the pepper and the garlic, the peppers should be nice and soft. You then want to add your Cajun spice mix. So normally I would just basically buy a Cajun seasoning, but unfortunately it just ran out. I've just quickly made up my own Cajun spice mix, and in here I've got paprika, cayenne pepper, oregano, thyme, what else did I put in there? Garlic, garlic granules, garlic powder, onion powder, and just some pepper, and then I've basically mixed that all together. But like I said, normally I would just put in a Cajun seasoning mix, and you just want about 1.5 teaspoons of that, so I will just basically sprinkle that all over there. And then give that a good mix together. Oh, I wish you could smell this, it smells so good. You then want to put in around a cupful of rice, so this is roughly about 200 grams in here. Pour that in, again give it a real good stir. Mix it all around. Then you want to add in 1 tin of chopped tomatoes. I would turn the heat up at this point as well. Mix it all together. And add a couple of cups of boiling water. Then you want to bring it to the boil, and then once it's boiled, put a lid on it and simmer it for around 20 to 25 minutes until all of the water has absorbed and the rice is cooked. So whilst the peppers are cooking, I've just got my prawns out, so I'm just using these jumbo raw pink king prawns. These are just the frozen ones. So what I normally do is basically just put them in some warm water, honestly, for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then they are completely defrosted. Alternatively, you can defrost them overnight if you prefer in the fridge. After about 20 minutes, most of the water will have gone and the rice should be nice and soft. And then at this point you just want to add in your prawns, and then they will be cooked through in probably around 2 to 3 minutes, and then it's ready to serve. You'll know the prawns are cooked because they will turn like a really light pink colour. Thursday evening we had a slow cooker meal, and this was a sausage casserole. I'd probably do a slow cooker meal at least once a week, just because it's super easy to throw everything in there in the morning and then it's all ready for you when you get home from work. It just saves a bit of time. I'll generally do this on one of the days when I'm working from the office, because I know that dinner will just be ready for me when I get in. The sausage casserole came in at 2.5 syns per person and was 468 calories. You can actually lower the calories and syn value in this by using chicken sausages or meat-free sausages. The sausages I used were reduced fat ones, but they still had quite a high syn value to them. So just make sure that you double check the syns and calories on sausages, because sometimes they can be kind of quite high in the calories and syns as well. Quite a lot of ingredients that go into the slow cooker meal, but it's super easy because once it's all prepped you can just basically throw it all in. So I'll just talk you through the ingredients that you need. So you will need 1 onion, around 500 grams of potatoes, a pack of sausages. So I've got these 6 reduced fat pork sausages. These are, so how many? So for 2 sausages they're 263 calories, and they're basically 3.5 syns each. If you want to make this even lighter on syns, you can use chicken sausages. Then you'll need 4 carrots, 2 peppers, any colour that you've got lying around, some tomato puree, 2 tins of chopped tomatoes, a tin of butter beans, and then you will also need a couple of garlic cloves, a beef stock pot, some thyme, oregano, bay leaf and salt and pepper. Once you've prepared all of your veg, you just want to put it all into the slow cooker. So I've diced 1 onion, 4 sliced carrots, chopped 2 peppers, 4 cubed potatoes, 2 tins of chopped tomatoes, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, 3 tablespoons of tomato puree, 2 crushed garlic cloves, so I've just added half a teaspoon of oregano and 1 teaspoon of thyme, and then a couple of bay leaves as well. I've got 1 beef stock pot, and then lastly pour in 250 ml of stock, which I've just made with a chicken stock cube and 250 ml of water. Season with salt and pepper. Give it a good stir round. Don't worry about the stock pot, it will dissolve when it heats up. And then lastly, you want to place your sausages on top, and kind of put it in between. Just kind of try and stuff it in there. So now all you need to do is place the lid on and then leave it to cook. So you can either cook it on low for around 8 hours, or you can cook it on high for around 5 to 6 hours. Friday evening we had chicken caprese pasta, which again is super easy to make, hardly requires any ingredients and is ideal on a nice hot day because there's just something really fresh about it. This came in at 561 calories and was 1 syn per person. Put 3 chicken breasts in baking paper and flatten with a rolling pin. Basically take out all of your frustrations on the chicken. Once it's flattened, season with salt and pepper and fry for around 3 minutes each side. And then I also add a few sprigs of dried thyme at this point too. Meanwhile, put 300 grams of pasta on to cook. After about 5 or 6 minutes, transfer the chicken to a baking tray, top it with the reduced fat mozzarella slices and put in a preheated oven at 200 degrees for 10 to 15 minutes. Whilst the chicken is cooking, finely slice half a red onion and add to a bowl. Quarter a pack of cherry tomatoes, again adding to the bowl, then add 1 crushed garlic clove, 1 teaspoon of olive oil and season with some salt and pepper. Just before the pasta is cooked, add the tomato and onion mixture to the frying pan, heat through for a couple of minutes and add 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. Drain the pasta and mix with the tomatoes, also mixed in some freshly sliced basil. Serve in a bowl and top with the chicken and drizzle with a little extra vinegar. Saturday, I was actually out for dinner Saturday, so I didn't need to make anything at home. And then Sunday we had beef aubergine bake, which is slightly higher in calories and syns. The calories in this one are 560 and the syns are 2.5 syns per person. And I just served this with a salad. This one does take a little bit longer to make than some of the other recipes that I mentioned, but we had it on a Sunday, so time wasn't so much of an issue. First thing you want to do is just preheat the oven to 200 degrees. Then get yourself a frying pan, spray it with some fry light or oil, whatever you've got lying around, and then add 500 grams of lean beef steak mince. So I use the 5% fat one, and then just put that in and basically break up any kind of lumps or anything whilst you're frying it. At this point I will also just crumble over a beef stock cube. This is completely optional, but I also add in about a teaspoon of some ground cinnamon. It gives it more of a kind of moussaka taste if you do this. Just mix it all in together, breaking up the beef as you go along. Whilst the mince is browning, you just want to slice your aubergines. So I'm just using 2 aubergines that I'll just slice, so around, I don't know, 1/2 centimetre thick, probably a little bit thicker. And then you want to spray these with fry light, add a little salt and pepper, and then griddle them on each side for a couple of minutes. Once the mince is nice and brown, it should only take about 5 minutes. Then you want to add in 2 tins of chopped tomatoes, season with some salt and pepper, and then bring that to the boil and then simmer it for around 15 minutes. So whilst the mince and tomatoes is simmering away, you just want to get on and put the aubergines in a griddle pan. So I've just sprayed these both sides with some fry light, season with some salt and pepper, and they literally take a couple of minutes on each side. And like I said, you'll need to do this in batches as well. Whilst the mince and the aubergines are cooking, then you just want to crack 3 eggs into a bowl and then whisk them up. Then you want to add in 150 grams of 50% less fat garlic and herb soft cheese. So I just got this one from Tesco's, but you can get it from most supermarkets. It comes in a 200 grams pack, so basically you want to use kind of 3/4 of it and then just put that in here with the whisked egg. So once the aubergines are nice and griddled and the mince is cooked, then you just want to start to layer it up in an oven-proof dish. So essentially you want to layer it up like a lasagna. So I'll just put a bit of the mince on the bottom, quite a thin layer. Just kind of spread it on the bottom like so. Maybe I will need a bit more than that. And then start to layer it up like you would with lasagna sheets, but using the aubergine instead. So once it's all layered, and then you just want to finish with a final layer of aubergine. Then on top of the aubergine, you want to pour your egg and cheese mixture. So literally just pour it all over the top like so. You then want to place it in the middle of the preheated oven and bake it in there for around 40 minutes. So half an hour later and it should be ready. It's probably a little bit over, to be honest, but here we are. Yum. So that is all the dinners that I ate for dinner last week. I really hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you have, then please give it a like, and if you do make any of the meals that I've mentioned today, please let me know what you think of them in the comments down below. I'm always intrigued if people actually try these recipes and how you get on with them too. Well, as always, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!